guys, I'm Hannah. I'm going to take you through a shoulder stand and a plow pose. I'm going to do a little bit of a warm up first, just a super quick one. But these positions are ones that you can work on. You may not get them super quick or straight away. They do take time, but it's just a great thing that you can work on, and you can keep watching this video over and over again just to get you into those poses if that's where you want to go. Okay, so we're going to start with the hammock. It's going to be at below hip height, just the usual hammock height. And we're just going to start by opening up our shoulders. So bringing our hands into the hammock, about shoulder width apart, standing just behind the rigging point, taking a deep inhale through the nose, and exhale out, send it all the way forward, straight back, straight line from our fingers all the way to our sit bones. And inhale, roll it back up. A few more of these. Inhale and exhale it out. And coming back up. With your own breath, extend it out. And extend, coming back up. Extend it out. And come all the way back up. This time, we're going to extend it all the way out and we're going to stay down. So inhale. And let's sweep over to the side. Sweep all the way over to the right. A few more breaths here. The little sway. Opening up our side body. We're really going to be using our shoulders today. So that's one thing that we really want to warm up. Okay, on your next inhale, come all the way over to the left side. And this time we're going to reach with our right hand and place a bend in your left elbow, sorry. So extend forward, pushing into the fabric with your right hand and pulling in with your left elbow. So it creates even more of a stretch all the way along your right side. Holding here for a few breaths. Remembering to push and to pull, really getting into that side. And let's release, come all the way over to the other side. So reaching with your left hand, pulling in, bending with your right elbow, stretching and pulling on this other side. A few more breaths here. Remembering to push and to pull. And release it out. And let's roll it all the way back up. Whew, nice work. Okay, we're going to come just to a quick hip hang, just because I want to warm up our hips a little bit. Okay, we're going to bring our hands into the fabric, standing underneath the rigging point, bringing our shoulders through, and we're going to do a forward fold, so rolling our head down and our vertebrae one at a time, coming all the way down. So rolling it all the way down. You can add a bend to your knees if that feels good for you. Releasing your hands to the earth and pedaling out the feet, so bending one knee at a time. Really getting into the hamstrings and the calves. Grabbing a hold of our elbows and swaying from side to side, releasing your neck, nodding your head yes, shaking your head no. Swaying from side to side, just really stretching it out here. Okay, bringing our hands onto the fabric, making sure that it's underneath our hip bones. Bending our knees, locking ourselves in here, bringing our hands onto the earth and walking it back out. So you may need to readjust, just making sure that your fabric is under your hip bones or it will hurt a little bit. Okay, so from here, we're bringing our knees into our chest. So kind of like a little tuck. Extending our arms out in front of us and swaying from side to side. So pushing into your hands one at a time, just letting yourself hang in this hip hang. This can feel super intense around your hips if you're not used to the hammock holding you in this way. If this is a bit too much, you can always put a towel or a blanket or a sweater, jumper, whatever you call it, over the hammock, just where your hips are, just to give you a little bit more padding. So continue this swaying from side to side for a few more moments. And we're going to bring our hands underneath our forearms, bringing yourself to stillness.
hands underneath our shoulders, releasing our feet back to the earth, and we're gonna come into a downward facing dog. So pedaling out the feet, stretching into, pressing into our forearms and our hands, pedaling out the feet, one heel at a time, sit bones going to the sky, chest to our thighs. And let's walk our feet to our hands, hanging here just for a moment, bending the knees and slowly rolling all the way back up to your head as the last thing that comes up. Okay, so time for the shoulder stand. We're going to grab one edge of your hammock. So there'll be a front and a back of your hammock, grabbing one side, fanning it all the way out so that you can see that it's not folded out over itself. I'm going to bring your thumbs into the hammock behind you, so into that one opening. Thumbs in, walking underneath the rigging point and grabbing about 5 grabfuls. 5, bringing our shoulders into the fabric, pushing down, coming onto our tiptoes, and taking a big jump back. Bringing the hammock out around underneath our knees, bringing our hands up and over behind us. And for this one, we're going to bring the fabric around our shoulders and release it all the way down, and bringing your whole body into the fabric. So with this particular shoulder stand, we want to have the limited amount of fabric around our shoulders. Just gonna try and maneuver myself so you guys can see me. So you can walk your feet to move the fabric a little bit further towards your feet area. So you want to have a limited amount of fabric around your face. You want it obviously around your shoulders. We're going to be using it to stand on. But you don't want too much fabric gathered here or this will really hurt. So once you've got just the amount so that your hands are around your shoulders and you can touch the fabric together. Don't really need any more than that. So from here, you're going to clap your hands and that'll show us the position that you're going to hold onto the hammock. So clapping your hands, bringing your thumbs to the outside of the fabric and your fingers are inside the hammock. So this is the grip. I'm trying to show you. This is the grip that you will be using. Okay, so there's a few different stages to a shoulder stand, and you can stop at any time that you feel that that's enough for you and you want to try and pick it up another day. Okay, the first stage is to bend our knees in. So you're coming to, oh, I'm spinning, that's fun. So you're coming to a tuck. So you're just tucking your knees in and just holding here. So this is stage 1. Stage 2 is to bring your bottom off of the fabric. So just try this a few times. Putting your trust into the hammock, into your shoulders. So just try that a few times. And once you're comfortable with that, you can try the next stage, which is to extend our legs out, pushing into the fabric, coming to a pike. So this does take a bit of balance, a bit of ab engagement, and you're pushing in, your whole body is into your shoulders here. Okay, if you're ready for the next stage, engaging our abs, pushing our hips up, extending our shoulders, and we're coming to our shoulder stand. So opening up our shoulders here, trying not to hunch it in. Opening up our shoulders, pushing our legs into the fabric on either side. So this is our shoulder stand. So it's a really nice position for you to get that nice long line from your head to your toes. If this is super easy and you're like, Hannah, give me something more, you can find the space between your hammocks, engage your abs, get your balance going, and try your stag. Or even your splits. A little bit more balance needed for that one.
See what you can do. Try out a few different shapes. So pushing into the hammock with either side here, and coming down, bring our feet back into our little ball, and rolling back on to the fabric. So I really recommend that you watch this video a few times before you try it, and feel free to go back over and over and just keep with the stage that you feel most comfortable with, and work up to the full shoulder stand or those other poses that I just did. Okay, so to get into our plow pose, we're already halfway there, which is great. I'm gonna come up just so we can have a proper chat. So, as you can see, I have excess fabric that is over my feet. So all of this fabric, you can see there's nothing bunched up along my body here. You need to grab this piece of fabric and make sure that it's folded over your leg. So coming all the way over here. So it should fold up and should be around about where your knees are, at least up to your knees. If it's not, maneuver your body so you're getting any excess fabric here down to your feet. So you need to have this big extra piece over your knees for this next part. Bringing our shoulders back into the fabric where they were for our shoulder stand. And again, making sure the fabric is just sort of kissing there, not too much around your shoulders. Again, we're coming to our clap grip. So thumbs on the outside, fingers on the inside. And we're gonna bring our legs into a pike. So keeping them straight, bringing them up over our head. And you see where the fabric is here. You need to make sure that it is flat. So you can see that if I keep going, this part is gonna catch my legs. So holding on here and piking our legs, and you can see here that it's already, my feet are catching in that piece of fabric. So from here, you can hold out here, just making sure you feel comfortable with this. And maybe this is as far as you go today, that's totally fine. If you want to extend out, you're opening up your shoulders, pushing your hips over your head, coming into the full plow pose. So extending all the way forward, bringing our head up, our shoulders up, engaging our abs, and holding here. And to come back, we're piking. You can bend your knees, or you can just add a full pike, pushing into the fabric with your feet and coming back all the way. I'll do that one more time, just because it is a bit complex and it's a bit hard when you can't see all of the bits and pieces around my feet. So again, adding on that clap grip, making sure there's just a little bit of fabric around your shoulders. Piking your feet up over your head, watching what the fabric's doing. Pull it down if you need to. And just landing your feet into that fabric first. So you're coming into this pike position. And you can see what part is gonna be, that my weight's gonna go into the fabric. So it's actually all the way up to my knees, if you can see all the way there. And then we're gonna open up our shoulders, open up our whole body, coming into this plow pose, engaging your abs here. So all of your weight's in your shoulders and your feet and legs. And let's pike it back up, pushing into the fabric with your toes and coming back in. It's kind of perfect here because after you've done all that work, you can go straight into Shavasana. I really recommend that you watch this video a few times and just make sure that you're comfortable with each position before you try on the next one. I hope you had a fun class, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.